Hi, this is Tommy Thompson for the Southern California Western Swing Society, and we are here with Johnny Cuviello. We're down at Montana's nightclub, and we got the great Johnny Cuviello, who was with Bob Wills 1946, 1947, recorded over 250 records with Bob Wills. Johnny, tell me, how did you get started with Bob Wills?
Well, I met Bob Wills at the radio station KMJ in Fresno. Oh, excuse me, I have to look down. And I went, and I was playing with a three-piece band, but I heard there's another band in the studio. So I wanted to meet the boys, and I went to the drummer, and I said, I'm a drummer, and he says, would you mind tuning up my snare drum for me? And I didn't know who he was, but I'll tell you that right after this. And so I tuned the drum. He said, you mind sitting down and playing with the band? Now, Bob just showed up. Bob Wills and Tommy Duncan. No cowboy hat, civilian hat. So I thought they were promoters. I said, yeah, I'm going to get jobs from some promoters. And Bob picked up the fiddle and went to San Antonio Road. And we played, and we cut about an hour and a half transcriptions. And he said, would you like to work with my band? I said, I sure would. Yeah, I'd be glad to. So that I was hired by Bob Wills. He gave me a hat, gave me boots and everything, and I went to work the next day in Selma, California.
Wow, that's a great story. And tell me, how did they nickname you the Texas Drummer Boy, and how did that come about?
Well, I rehearsed with Herbie Remington on a steel guitar and little drums, and I decided, well, if I rehearse, I'll ask Bob if I could record it. So I asked Bob about recording. He said, sure, let's record the drum. We never had a drum solo, but maybe a few bars from somebody. So we recorded it, and he called my name on it and called me the Texas Drummer Boy. So that's how I got that name. And then I wasn't with the band at the time, but Dr. Thompson, when I went back to the reunion of the Playboys 30 years later, Dr. Thompson says, it was a hit, where were you? I said, nobody picked me up. So that's the story of my life.
That's the story of your life. Well, I'll tell you, Johnny, they say that you've recorded 250 to 300 songs with Bob Wills. Is that correct?
Yeah, we made transcriptions, Tiffany transcriptions, recorded MGM label in Columbia.
And Columbia, yeah. Tell me, what was it like being on the road with Bob Wills? Did you ever get to ride with him in a car or get real personal with him?
Yeah, Bob was real nice. He gave me the job, part of the job, people would give him songs, written songs with notes on it. He says, would you mind holding these? He'd call me Covey. So I'd keep them for him. So I rode them in the Cadillac with him several times. And he'd call me to ride. When we go in the restaurant when we're eating, everybody's eating, he'd come in there and say, I want you to sit next to me here, Covey. He said, right here.
Right on.
And so that's how I got along with Bob.
Yeah. And
nice gentleman, he was a preacher at one time, but he never raised Cain with the band, and he hired you because he thought you can do the job. And then if you didn't cut the job, he was still nice. He paid you for 2 weeks. They told me, and he went right off.
Mm-hmm.
They left.
It
was a gentleman.
And
remind me of his action a little on the bandstand. You're kind of nice to the musicians.
Thanks, Johnny. I understand that you have played with other bands as well, and some of the other Texas Playboys. Is that correct?
Yes. Yeah, Johnny Gamble. I played with Johnny Gamble. And all the other musicians of Texas Playboys, Bobby Kofer, Herbie Remington, and also I think it was Cunningham, the steel man,
yeah, right.
Another steel man. And it was, what's the guy that plays?
On the piano or?
No, steel.
On steel, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, played in Honeycutt.
Bobby,
yeah, and
Kofer.
Bobby Kofer, and I also played with Noel Boggs, Herbie Remington, and there was one more there, I can't think of it.
Now, I understand you're going to Texas next month. What's that about?
For San Marcos, Texas. We're playing there, playing 2 engagements there.
Oh, yeah.
Then I come back, and in June I'll be with you again here.
Right.
First week, and the second week I'm going to Wichita Falls.
So let me get this straight, Johnny. You're 85 years old, and you're still on the road?
Yeah. Well, not steady, no, just occasionally. Just steady. No, because I retired from Lockheed. I worked 25 years at Lockheed. Right. Raised a family, so right now I'm retired, and I'm just playing it as a little cautious, reasonable job,
Yeah.
enjoying it.
Yeah, what do you think about this scene down here in L.A. with the Western Swing, the young kids trying to have bands?
My first time I've been here, and I enjoyed the audience, the young people, and and there were several people that recall Bob Wills. I'd say about maybe 20, 25 people. That was very interesting to have young people and the adults that know Bob Wills.
Yeah. Folks, that's it. I'm here with Johnny Cuviello, 85-year-old Johnny Cuviello from the Texas Playboys. Real piece of history. Thank you very much, and we'll be seeing you soon.
I want to thank that cameraman. What's his name?
My name is Bill.
Bill.
Yeah.
Bill, you did a good job, I hope.
And also, we would like to thank a special lady.
Yeah, how about Kathy Parsons? And of course, the women I dance with, I don't know their names. All right, thank you, Bill.
Thank you very much.